Today's video is part of a patriotic collab that includes Becky of Simply Becky DIY, Tammie from the Rusted Willow, and myself. And each of us have special giveaways going on, so stick around for the details. This is JunkerNecker DIY, and my name is Leah. On my channel, I love finding and crafting budget decor for my home. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please subscribe. DIY number 1. This is so simple. These little glass jars came from Amazon, but Dollar Tree has something similar, or you could even use mason jars for this. The only thing that I needed to do was add in these beautiful glitter vase fillers in red, white, and blue. Now already they look very cute. They'd be nice on a tiered tray, wouldn't they? But I'm going to add a little bit of baby's breath on the top of them also. After I did that, I got some ribbons and tied around the top in a red, white, and blue ribbon, and just tied it in a little bow, but it looked a little heavy for the vases or jars or bottles. So I took that off and tied it with the Crafter's Square red and white twine, and I think it looks so much better, and I'm really happy with how these turned out. So simple. DIY number 2. I've got one of the bike wheels wreath forms from the Dollar Tree, and I'll be spraying it with this bright red Rust-Oleum spray paint. And I did 2 coats on that. Once it was dry, I brought it inside, and I'm tracing this foam half round, half circle, half sphere onto some scrap foam board. I wanted it to have some backing, something to hold on to, because I'm going to put it on the edge of the wheel like so. Just added some hot glue in a liberal amount all around and stuck that foam half down and waited for it to cool. Now I'm going in with these glitter, I think they're called glitter coral stems. And now I'm taking some of the red, white, and blue mesh from Dollar Tree. Now this took me on a bit of a journey, and I didn't take out the bad parts because I want you to see what happened, but I do fix it in the end. Now I'm just gathering up the mesh, making kind of little loop-dees and holding on to the ends. And then when I got it like I wanted it, I tied all those ends together and put it on the top of the foam round and glued it down. And look who's trying not to burn their fingers. Now I'm going to come in with some of these patriotic flowers. They're just different kinds of flowers mixed together in red, white, and blue. And how I got them into the foam was I just used a stem off of one of the flower bunches, poked a hole in the styrofoam, put a little glue on the flower, and poked it in. Now I'm going to come in with a little truck that I got from Dollar General for $1. I'm going to glue it on the same way I did the foam round, with a little bit of backing. I'm not cutting it to be exactly the same shape as that. I'm just, yeah. There we go. Pop. And it's on. I wasn't happy with how the glitter vase filler. Not vase filler, that's not vase filler, that's glitter coral stems. Anyway, I cut those down. And I filled in at the top where it looked kind of naked, and I put some more down the sides. And this kind of was a case of less is more. I just kept adding more and more and more, and I didn't like how it turned out at the end. And I'll show you in a minute what it looked like. There. I think that was way too heavy on the florals and the loop-dees and the coral glitters, so I stripped it all down. Nothing but flowers and a truck, and less is definitely more on this one. I like this much better. DIY number 3. This is also a wreath, but so much more simple. Just a Dollar Tree, I'm not sure what you call that stuff. I remembered it about an hour ago, but I don't remember now. Anyway, tinsel, that's it. It's a tinsel wreath, and the USA stars were all on a little burlap strip, and I pulled those off, and I'm hot gluing those on. Like that. And like that. Then after I had all 3 glued onto the wreath, come in with some of these Dollar Tree sticker letters. And I'm going to be putting USA on those stars. And I'm using tacky glue on the U because it didn't want to stick to the glitter star very well. The other 2 stuck. You know, I don't know. The U was just being difficult. Yeah, I spread some of the tacky glue on there, stuck it back down, and now it's just fine. And that's how that looks. To enter my giveaway, you only need to comment below and live in the United States. Now on to DIY number 4. I'm taking some paint stir sticks, and I want to make a number 4 with the 4 paint sticks. And I got out my handy dandy mighty mite table saw and cut those ends off that's like a handle. But I keep those because you never know when you might need a little piece of wood. Now my 4 is looking something like that. And I'm going to stick it together with wood glue. Put those ends together and then put that cross piece across there. And then I set something with a little weight on top of it and let it dry. Throwed my glue across the table and then come up with this piece here going catty corner diagonally. Once it was dry, I came in with some bright blue paint from Apple Barrel, and I just did 1 coat of that just on the front. If you were putting this somewhere where the back would be seen, then absolutely paint the back also, but mine will be against a wall. Now I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint in white to paint these little wood letters. I think you can pick these up from the Dollar Tree now, but mine came from BB Craft. And I'm going to put one coat of the white paint on that, on all those letters. And then I've got this wooden crate from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint a white stripe right down the center. Now it's kind of sectioned off on the front and back, so I freehanded a stripe around those sides to make it uniform looking. Now I'm going to take a tiny paintbrush and do some little speckles on top of that 4 to look like stars. Now for some flag red. I'm going to paint the other 2 stripes on that crate, top and bottom, 1 coat each. And again, going around the sides, creating my own line. Now I'm going to use hot glue to put my letters onto the 4. And here I'm just gluing it inside that crate. I run a line of hot glue right down the center back of the crate. Stuck that in, went all the way down to the bottom with that. Then I came in with some eucalyptus, just a section off of my eucalyptus garland. Stuffed that into the little crate. Added in some baby's breath. And I really love how this turned out. July 4th. And here's all my projects for today clustered together. Just a little last look at what I've done today. Please be sure to check out the other ladies' videos. Simply Becky DIY and the Rusted Willow. And thank you for visiting my channel. Until next time, bye-bye.